Good morning, guys. Good morning, Patriots Nation. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Eric? Good morning, buddy. I think it's blame. I mean, you could throw blame anywhere and everywhere, dude. It's the team as a whole, just outside of the defense, uh, hasn't been good. It's just you could throw it everywhere. It's mostly it's the defense does the very best they can though. To The defense does the very best they can to keep this team in games, but it's just the offense is so putrid that there's no help. There's no help coming. It's bad. Last night was a terrible look. First of all, good morning, Patriot Nation. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing this morning? I hope y'all were able to process that major L we took last night. But let's break a couple of things down and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I uh I don't have a lot of words, to be honest. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of words for it. Just a terrible showing from uh, from the entire team. Bad showing. Nice, nice, Mile High. But let's vent it out a little bit this morning. Let's vent it out a little bit this morning. So going into this game, I actually felt kind of good. I felt kind of good. I figured that the Patriots would be able to keep this thing close, keep it manageable, and maybe just maybe give themselves a shot at the end of the game to win it. Um, those were my original thoughts going into the game. Um, I was confident. I felt pretty good. I felt good that the defense would be able to kind of hold back that that Cowboy offense, and I felt that the offense could do enough to possibly put themselves in a position to win. But clearly, that was not the case. That was not the case. This offense is putrid. This offense is bad, and Mac Jones is bad. It's it's becoming blatantly obvious game by game now that he does not have the intestinal fortitude or the field vision or the leadership qualities to play quarterback in the NFL. There's just certain intangibles that you need to have to play quarterback in this league, and game by game, Mac Jones is just showing us that most of those aren't there. Most of those aren't there, and if they're there, it's it's wildly inconsistent. Coming out of the draft, people were saying that Mac Jones was the most NFL ready quarterback. That was the read on him in the draft. Was the most NFL ready quarterback. Plug and play, whatever team that drafted him, he could go to and make a difference and be a serviceable quarterback. Now I know people are going to say, well, Mac doesn't have this and Mac doesn't have that and this and that. There were throws on the field, there were plays on the field that that could have been made yesterday. There were plays on that field to be made that Mac Jones needed to make yesterday, and he didn't. Dak Prescott's stats weren't that pretty. They weren't that great. They weren't spectacular. One touchdown and about 275 yards in the air. No picks, no fumbles, no mistakes. Dak did exactly what he needed to do for the Cowboys. He he kept the clock rolling. He made the throws that he needed to make to keep drives moving, to keep the clock moving. And when he could, he put points on the board. That's all that they needed him to do to win that game. The defense got 18. The offense was able to get 18 points off of our turnovers. Luke, it wasn't good, man. That was that was that was that was that was tough to watch. That was painful to watch because we knew it wasn't getting any better. We knew it was not getting any better. Yeah, no, exactly. Just play smart football, smart, fundamentally sound football. And let's get into that for a little bit too. Once again, the Patriots shoot themselves in the foot and do themselves no favors on the offensive side of the football. We will. We had more than two drives last night that were stalled because of stupid penalties on our own offense. Stupid penalties, immature, bad football. Please, Abom, please do, please. But it's becoming more and more obvious that Mac Jones just is not an NFL ready quarterback. Perfect example, right? Perfect example. Brock Purdy, right? Brock Purdy doesn't do anything truly spectacular on the field, but he doesn't make mistakes with the football, and he gets the football into his playmakers' hands and lets them make plays. You know what I mean? Responsible with the football and get the ball to your playmakers. Make the throws when you need to make them, which he does. You know, he makes throws just like Dak did last night to keep the chains moving, keep drives going, and manage the time of possession and let your playmakers do the work for you. Purdy's a prime example. Mac Jones should be able to be as good as Brock Purdy. Is he? He's not even in the same league right now. We're not asking Mac to be spectacular. We're not asking him to be an all pro, an all Madden quarterback. We just want him to be smart with the football and manage the game for us. That's all we're asking him to do. I don't think it's an unrealistic ask. But just game by game, this kid continues to prove that when the pressure gets ratcheted up, he don't know how to handle it. And he doesn't know how to handle adversity. He was Here's the problem with Mac was that he was surrounded by talent in Alabama, surrounded by an NFL team. Mac's life was made easy in Alabama. It was made easy. It was made easy. 100%, A-bomb. 100%. I don't give a shit if we get two or three wins this season or one. It doesn't matter if we finish with 2-3-1. I'll be here. I'm no fair weather fan. I will be here no matter what, no matter what the record is. Mac Jones's life was made easy at Alabama. He was surrounded by NFL talent, surrounded by it, throwing to NFL receivers, protected by an NFL ready offensive line, and an NFL running back. He was surrounded by it. Now that he's in the NFL and the talent everywhere on the field is just as good, we're seeing what Mac's true colors really are. We're seeing what Mac's true colors really are. And it's not good. It's not good. Now I know the boohoo Mac Jones crew is going to be out in force. They're going to be out defending him. Well, the offensive line was bad. Well, the receivers aren't good. There's enough talent on this team, team wide, to win 9 games. And I don't fucking care what anybody says. There's enough talent on this team to at least win 9 games. With a halfway decent quarterback, the first 2 games would have been W's. He was given 3 opportunities in the first 2 games to win the damn game and fell flat on his face. Fell flat on his face. Like I said, we're not asking him to be an all-pro. We're just asking him to be responsible with the football and not make any stupid mistakes. I do. I do remember that. Saban quit it. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Life was made easy for Mac Jones in college. He was Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Mac Jones was surrounded by an NFL team. How's the audio, guys? Can y'all hear me? All right, we're back. Sorry, phone call interrupted the stream. Phone call interrupted the stream. My bad. But we're getting to see Mac Jones's true colors, yo. We are getting to see Mac Jones's true colors, and it's not good. The boohoo Mac Jones crew is going to be out in force this week, defending him at every in every way they can. I've seen 4 games of this. I don't need to see any more. 4 games of this season and 2 other full ones. This is Mac's 3rd year, and he's not improved. He's shown 0 improvement. What's the difference between the offense last year and this year? Nothing. What's the difference between Cam Newton under center and Mac Jones? Nothing. Nothing is the difference. Nothing is the difference. The last 3 seasons, Cam Newton was the same quarterback Mac Jones is right now. Maybe even a little better. Oh, I know. Trey was an experiment, though. Trey Lance needs a lot of work. He was an experiment at best. That was a massive reach. But we hear it all the time. We hear it all the time. Some kids just aren't ready for the NFL. They're not ready for the pressure. They're not ready for the scrutiny. They're not ready for the talent jump. They're not ready for it. We hear it all the time. Some of these kids coming out of college just aren't ready for that leap. And Mac Jones is proving that he was one of those kids. Mac Jones has proven that he is just one of those kids that doesn't have the intestinal fortitude, the mental toughness, and the overall basic skills to play quarterback in the NFL. I mean, through these 4 games in this season and the last 2 seasons, I mean, we've seen look at last year. Look at how Mac Jones handled adversity last year. Look at all the shit that happened off the field. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Mac Jones went behind Bill Belichick's back and did a lot of shit. Did a lot of shit. Called Nick Saban, called a bunch of people, called Billy O'Brien, had a meeting with Bob Kraft, all unbeknown to Bill, Bill Belichick. So I don't really blame Bill for having the kid on his shit list. You don't do that. You don't go behind the coach's back and do that shit. Mac just can't handle it. He can't handle the pressure. He can't handle the scrutiny. Every week we've listened to him do the same press conference. I need to be better. I feel bad. I feel like I let my team down. I feel like I let my coaches down. I need to play better. It's like, dude, you can only say it so much. Like, do it. Play better. Put the team on your back. Win a game. No, because he was surrounded by an offensive line that was NFL ready. Mac was surrounded by the best talent in college. He was surrounded by 3, 4, and 5-star recruits. He was surrounded by talent that was practically NFL ready. That's why they were as dominant as they were. That program got the best talent in the country. Anybody could succeed. For fuck's sake, you could put me behind center in Alabama in their prime, and I could succeed. Like, holy crap, man. Now that Mac is actually playing against real competition, right? Now that Mac is actually playing against real competition, we're getting to see what it really looks like. The talent jump from college to the NFL is massive. Guys that are 305 to 325 pounds are running 40s that should be incomprehensible for guys that size. And yet they're doing it. Game in and game out. The talent gap, Mac wasn't ready for this. Mac is looking like a deer in the headlights. Every game that we see, he's just proving to be one of those kids that just wasn't ready for this. Some kids have it, some kids don't. Mac has just proven to be one of those guys that was not ready for the scrutiny, for the talent jump. He wasn't ready for all of it. And you can't teach that. You can't coach that. Kids either have that dog in them or they don't. And Mac Jones probably never had that dog in him. It wasn't until now that it was exposed, though. Like I said, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but Mac Jones's life was made easy in Alabama. And look at how he handled adversity last year. He split the locker room. Team Mac versus team defense. The defense hated Mac Jones last year for all of his stupid little antics that he played and his little push bag attitude. The defense hated Mac Jones. Mac divided the locker room last year. Whether you want to see it or not, Patriots fans, he divided the locker room last year with his piss poor attitude. And I got a feeling that as the season goes on, this is only going to get worse. This is not going to get any better. I think we've seen Mac Jones' ceiling. At best, out of Mac Jones, we could probably expect a Phillip Rivers type play. At the very best. High floor, low ceiling. That's my assessment of Mac Jones. High floor, low ceiling. This offensive line played terrible yesterday, too. Mike Onwenu, who's usually one of our better offensive linemen. Onwenu had 3 penalties on himself. He cost the Patriots alone 30 yards in penalties. And he got his ass kicked last night. Mike Onwenu got his ass eaten alive by the Cowboys defensive front. He had a bad game. A bad game. And this offensive line as a whole, just not good at all. Not nowhere near. We had 53 yards on the ground yesterday. 53. If you can't run the ball in this league, you will lose. I know it's an offensive happy league. I know they're focusing on the pass and they're making it harder on defenses now. But if you can't run the football, you are fucked. Your chances of winning drastically go down if you cannot have an effective run game. We have not been able to run the football all season. And you want to expect Mac Jones to throw the ball 40 times a game, 45 times a game? That you saw what happened last night. You want that kid to throw the football 45 times a game, 40 times a game? He'll have 4 picks every game. That interception, that pick 6 was inexcusable. That pick 6 was inexcusable. That ball was thrown straight to the defender. That was one of the worst throws of the season from Mac. That football was horribly thrown. His other interception too, another bad football. Missing Mike Gesicki in the end zone when he had a yard of separation between himself and the defender, and he throws it 3.5 feet over his head. Inexcusable. Those are basic football plays. Basic. Pitch and catch type football plays. Basic football. If Mac Jones can't execute those properly, we're done. We're done. Forget about 9-8, 8-9. We're going to be looking at 4, 5, or 6 wins. Let me ask you guys something. Are you confident in any other games outside of the Jets, Commanders, and Colts? Are you confident that they can win any other games outside of the Jets, Commanders, and Colts games? And if Zach Wilson plays like he did last night, he's going to fuck this team up the next time the Jets play. If Zach Wilson plays like that against the Patriots, he's going to fuck this team up. And if the Commanders play like they played yesterday against the Eagles, against us, we're toast. Forget that game too. This team is not fundamentally sound anymore. It's not. The dynasty days are over, Pats Nation. The dynasty days are over. That was a horrific showing. Horrific. This team has prided itself on playing hard-nosed defense, and running the football. 53 yards on the ground. 53. That's not going to cut it. Dallas had 150 on the ground. 150. As soon as Mac Jones threw that pick 6, I knew the game was over. I knew the game was over as soon as Mac threw that pick 6, because that kid does not know how to face adversity and let shit like that go and come out on the other side and just forget about it and keep playing football. As soon as he threw that pick 6, that game was over. If you're still defending Mac Jones after last night, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Truly don't know what to say to you. I don't know what it's going to take for you to wake up and see what most of Patriots Nation is seeing. The kid just doesn't have the intangibles it takes to play quarterback in the NFL. Wake is awesome, Kai. Wakefield is awesome. It's a shame what happened to him. And fuck Kurt Schilling for putting his personal business out there without permission. Yeah, if you're a Mac Jones defender and you still think there's a chance for him, I don't know what else to tell you. I truly don't know what else to say to you. What is it going to take for you to see what everybody else sees? What is it going to take for you to see what everybody else sees? Mac just isn't the guy. He wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for a big market media, for high pressure, for he wasn't ready for this. The consistency, one of Mac Jones's his biggest problems is his consistency. Consistency. Good drive, bad drive, good drive, bad drive. 3, 4 good plays in a row, followed by 3 or 4 stupid plays and bad throws. Right? And once he gets into his own head, forget it. Once Mac gets into his own head, once he makes a mistake or 2 or 3 on the field, he does not know how to let it go and just move on. Quarterback is the toughest position in the NFL. It is. It's the hardest position in the NFL. You got to have a short memory. Guys are going to get the better of you left and right. They are. Guys are going to get the better of you. But it's how you react to that makes you a good or bad quarterback. You throw a pick, you got to have a short memory. Forget about it. Back out onto the field next drive. We'll get points next drive. Short memory for these quarterbacks. Good morning, Butterfly. I am on my way into Boston. I am on my way into work as well. There needs to be something done. There needs to be something done. I mean, I understand Bailey Zappi is no better than Mac Jones, right? But I'm sick of seeing Mac on the field. I'm sorry. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of hearing Mac Jones's post game, right? I'm sick of hearing it. I don't know how you guys feel, Patriots Nation. Let me know. But I'm sick of hearing Mac Jones every week say, "I'm sorry. I feel like I let people down. I feel like I let the team down. I need to be better. I'll be better." All this, all the saying all the right bullshit that he should say, taking accountability, right? You can only take accountability and do nothing about it for so long before people start getting pissed off. Right now, Mac has been all talk and no action. This is fucking New England. This is the Patriots. This is the fucking 6-time champion New England Patriots. Action, bro. Action. Actions speak louder than words. Fuck saying what you're going to do. Just do it. Just do it. Right now, there's no difference between Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. And to be honest, Pats fans, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Mac Jones out there do the same shit over and over every game. Give me Bailey Zappi for 3 weeks. Give me Bailey Zappi for 3 games, and we'll see how it goes. Send a message to Mac Jones. Mac, you're playing like garbage. Sit your ass on the bench. Sit down. Take a seat. Fuck your starting job. I'm getting tired of it, Pats fans. I'm getting tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this every week. Every week, we ask Mac Jones to do the very basic of it for an NFL quarterback. Be consistent, be accurate, be responsible with the football. Those are the 3 things that we ask him game by game to do, and game by game, he can't do them. That's all we're asking of him. We're not asking miracles. We're not asking him to be the next coming of Joe Montana. We're just asking him to not be stupid with the football and keep drives moving. Just be responsible with the football and take points when you can get them. That's it. That's all Bill Belichick is asking of Mac Jones. That is fucking it. He's not asking him to be an all Madden type quarterback. I gave Mac a chance. I said I was willing to give him to week 6. I don't need week 6 to tell me what he is, though. He's a mediocre, meh quarterback. Maybe even below average. He's a below average quarterback at best. If I had to give him a grade right now, I'd give him a C minus. C minus, D plus. He can't do the very basics of being an NFL quarterback. You don't have to put 45 points up a game. Don't throw picks. Keep the drive going and take points when you can get them. It's not rocket science. I don't care if we kick 9 field goals. As long as we win the game, you're keeping drives alive, you're getting points when you can, and you're keeping the ball out of the hands of the other team's offense. Win. That's a win in my book. But Mac Jones can't even do that. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. First down, 3 and out, punt, no points. The kid just can't do the very basics of what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. And like I said, I don't give a flying fuck about the boo-hoo Mac crew. Oh, his offensive line is bad. Oh, his receivers are mid-grade receivers. He's a first-round pick. He's a first-round pick. First-round picks should be able to elevate those kind of guys and have them to elevate them to some sort of potential. He's a first-round pick, for fuck's sake. Like I said prior, some kids are ready for the NFL and some kids aren't. Some kids have that moxie, that what it takes to be in the NFL, and some kids just don't have it. And it's looking like Mac Jones is one of those kids that just doesn't have it. I'm sorry. 4 games in now, and we've seen the same thing on repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. Over and over. The first 2 games, Mac Jones, once again, given 3 opportunities to win the game in the first 2 games, and he fell flat on his face. Flat on his face. Golden opportunities to win the game and literally cement himself as a starter and have his moment as a Patriots starting quarterback. Mac, let me ask you guys something. What's Mac's moment? What has he had his moment in the sun as a starting quarterback for the Patriots? His moment that says this is my team and I'm the starting quarterback of the Patriots? No. We're 3 seasons into this and he hasn't had that moment yet. He hasn't had that moment yet. Name me a defining moment that Mac Jones has had in his tenure as a Patriot quarterback. Name me a defining moment that he's had. He hasn't had one. He hasn't had one. And I don't think he's going to have one either. I don't think he's going to have one either, to be honest. That missed throw to Mike Gesicki was disgusting. There was a yard of separation between Gesicki and the defender, and he throws it 3 feet over his head. Are you fucking kidding me, Mac? Are you kidding me? There wasn't anybody near him either. So before the boo-hoo Mac Jones crew comes out and starts defending him, there wasn't anybody near him either. So enough with that bullshit about, oh, he was under pressure, and oh, his offensive line isn't good enough, and oh, this and all that, and his receivers aren't good. Fuck all of that noise. A first-round pick should be able to elevate players on the field. A first-round pick should be able to do that. That's why they're fucking picked in the first round, because they have that ability, or at least the hope is they have that ability to elevate some guys on the field. Mac doesn't elevate anybody. He's a fucking liability. Mac is a liability on the field. This team with any other veteran quarterback is 3-1. This team with any other veteran quarterback is 3-1. Ryan Fitzpatrick on this team would have been 3-1. A guy like that. A guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick on this team with the talent that we have would be 3-1 right now. This is disgusting. It's shameful. Every week we watch the same product as Patriots fans. We watch the same fucking product week in and week out with no improvement, and they keep just trotting Mac Jones back out onto the field. They keep just trotting Mac back out onto the field in the hopes that maybe the light will turn on with him one of these days. It's not going to happen. We've seen 2 full seasons and 4 games into season number 3, and he's the same fucking quarterback. What's the difference between year 1, year 2, and year 3? Nothing. Nothing. 100%, Raj. He would have. You put any other quarterback, any other veteran quarterback on this team, and they're 3-1. This is bullshit. The fact that we got to watch this type of play week in and week out is bullshit. And it's unacceptable. Y'all there? We back? All right. Again, sorry guys, phone call interrupted the stream. My bad. Any veteran quarterback, and I mean like mid-grade veteran quarterback, would be 3-1 with this team. The defense on this team is a top 12 D. That's more than capable of fucking getting the job done. A veteran quarterback would be 3-1 with this squad. And now we lost. So I don't know if you guys have heard this. Matt Judon has a lower bicep tear. Timetable for return unknown. You know what that means? Unknown means he's probably not going to be around for a while. So take Matt Judon off of this defense. The best defensive player, gone. Unknown timetable for return. Unknown. What's this defense going to look like without Judon on it? Its best pass rusher. Probably the best player on the defense. So consider that too. And we lost Christian Gonzalez yesterday, too. I haven't heard news on that injury, but we lost Christian Gonzalez as well. The two best defensive players we have got hurt in that game. Personally, if it was up to me, I'd have just said fuck it, waved the white flag, and took the starters out on D when it was 20 at the half, because at that point it's not worth risking those guys. It's not worth risking it. If Mac Jones and the offense are going to play that putrid, fuck that noise. My defensive starters, if they get up 3 touchdowns, they're sitting on the bench. I ain't risking their injury. Nope, nope, nope. 100%, Luke. That's what I mean. This defense can only do so much. When you're asked to go back out onto the field every 90 seconds, when do injuries happen? When guys are playing tired. When guys are playing tired, they get complacent and they get hurt. That's how injuries happen. This team and Mac Jones and his failure to produce drives that last longer than 90 seconds are getting this defense killed. I want to see Bailey Zappi next game. I want Bill to send a message. I want him to send a message. I want Mac to be benched for the next 3 games. And I don't give a flying fuck a rat's ass if we lose all 3 games. I don't give a shit. I want to see Bailey Zappi in as the starter because I want to see Bill send a message to Mac. I'm not talking about a shot across the bow. I'm talking about crosshairs, direct hit. No. Send that message and sit Mac's ass on the bench. That type of play is unacceptable. That type of play is unacceptable. And if Bailey Zappi takes his job for the rest of the year, then so be it. I'd rather roll with Bailey Zappi than Mac Jones at this point. Because there's no discernible difference between the two. There's none. There's no discernible difference between Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi at this point, and that's fucking disgusting. You know what's probably going to happen too? I'm going to give you guys something, and you can mark this down and record it or whatever. Screen record, whatever you want to do with it. 5 is the magic number. 5 is the magic number. If the Patriots win less than 5 games, Bill Belichick's going to get fired. If Mac Jones is still the quarterback of this team, then 5 is the magic number. If Bill Belichick or Bob Kraft or whoever wants to keep trotting Mac Jones back out onto the field, Mac is going to cost Bill Belichick his job. Mac Jones and Billy O'Brien's failure on offense is going to cost Bill Belichick his job. If they win less than 5 games, Bill will be fired. I'm going to say that right now. If this team wins less than 5 games with Mac Jones as the starter for the season, Bill Belichick will get fired. Will it be the right decision? Probably not. It's going to be a knee-jerk reaction from Bob Kraft, but I could absolutely see it happening. It was, Luke. It was embarrassing. On national television, too, in front of the whole fucking country. Patriots got embarrassed. Mark that down and screen record it, whatever you got to do. I'm telling you right now, 5 is that magic number. Patriots win under 5 games. Bill Belichick's job is in jeopardy. And like I said before in this stream, I don't blame Bill for not liking Mac Jones because of the way he carried himself last year and because of all the off the field antics that he pulled. The meeting with Bob Kraft, unknown to unknown to Bill Belichick. The calling fucking Nick Saban, the calling Billy O'Brien behind, like talking to coaches behind Bill's back. Like, I don't blame Bill for having Mac on his shit list. I truly don't. Mac has no clue how to handle adversity. No clue. Because he never had to face it at Alabama. That kid had life easy in college. He had it easy. And now that he's actually up in the NFL and has to grind, and the talent is just as good, he don't know what the fuck to do. Mac Jones is like a deer in the headlights right now. He don't have a clue. We play like that, and a 4 to 6 win season is absolutely on the table. We play like we played last night, and a 4 to 6 win season is absolutely on the table. The only two guaranteed wins are the Commanders and the Colts. That's it. The only two guaranteed wins left on the season are the Commanders and the Colts. That is it. All the rest of those games are 50-50. If Zach Wilson plays like he did last night, he's going to eat this fucking team alive. I want to see Zappy. I'm done. I've seen enough of Mac Jones. 4 weeks is enough of the same thing over and over and over again. Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones are no better than one another. And at least Bailey Zappi has some mental toughness and is a hard-nosed kid. I'll take that. I'll take mental toughness. I don't care how simple the playbook has to get for Zappi to be the starter. I want to see him the rest of the year because I'd rather roll with a kid who's got some guts and some moxie over a kid who's gutless and spineless and just has no backbone. No, I'd rather roll with Zappi. I will take my chances with the backup. I will take my chances with the backup because at least Bailey handles adversity better than Mac. And I'm just tired of seeing Jones. I'm tired of seeing the same product on the field over and over. And I'm tired of hearing the same post games over and over. New England is a region of action. We don't care. Like, just show us. Just show us. You have a bum game. You play bad. Okay, fine. You know, everybody has off games. Come back the next game. Come back stronger and play better. You know, show it on the field that you have the ability to bounce back after a bad game and have a better performance. Mac Jones can't do that. And Mac Jones is Mac Jones's worst enemy. As soon as this kid makes a mistake on the field, he gets into his own head and can't get out of it. Oh, I know, Luke. I hear you. If Bill gets fired, it's a whole new ball game. I hear that. Believe me, 100%. It's not going to be the right decision, but it's absolutely in play if this team has a bad enough season. It is absolutely in play. If this team has a bad enough season because of the media and the fans in this area, they are going to want blood. They're going to want somebody's head on a plate. And I have a feeling that Bill Belichick's going to be that scapegoat. I don't think it's the right decision, but I do have a feeling that he is going to be the scapegoat. I'm just tired of this, man. I'm tired of seeing Bailey Zappi trot out there. Mac Jones trot out there and say the same things at post games and play the same way for 4 games in a row now. Play the same way. for these four and for the last two seasons. It's just the same thing with him. Rinse, wash, repeat. The kid is he just wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for this. Just tired of the same thing over and over. Tired of it. I just don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. The defense can only do so much. I've been saying it for 2 weeks now that this team is leaning way too much on that D. And you're going to end up breaking them. And they finally broke last night. Mac Jones in the offense leaning on the defense for so long finally broke them last night. Matt Judon and Christian Gonzalez both hurt. Judon out indefinitely with a lower bicep tear. So no timetable for return. That's not a good. That is not a good sign. When there is no timetable for return, that's not a good sign. So take Matt Judon away from this defense now. Take him away from the D. He's gone. He won't be here. Call it at least a month. He won't be here for at least 4 games. I mean, this is going to be a rough stretch. That's my thinking, Luke. That's my thinking. I think no timetable for return means that he is done for the year. He has a lower bicep tear. No word on Christian Gonzalez yet, but last night we lost our 2 best defensive players. I don't have a lot of words, guys. I don't have a lot of words to say about this. Just, it's not good. The offense needs to be better. They need to find a way to produce more than 17 points a fucking game. You're not going to beat anybody in the NFL. I don't give a shit how bad the team is. You're not going to beat anyone by only scoring 17 points on offense. That's fucking inexcusable. 17 points, 2 touchdowns and a field goal the whole game? No. That is unacceptable. As an NFL offense, that's unacceptable. I would be willing to bet that they are almost dead last in offensive production. Last time I checked, they were in the top 5, or the lower 5, I should say. They were in the lower 5 of the league for offensive production. You're not going to beat anybody scoring 17 points a game. That is not good enough. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. And like I said prior, if you're still defending Mac Jones after all this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how much more you need to see on the field from him to say that he's a problem. He's a problem. No, they don't, Luke. No, they don't. I mean, I don't know how much more you want to see. How much more do you need to see? We've seen 2.5 seasons of this right now. 2.5 seasons of this right now. Almost 2.5 seasons. And he's, but like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Mac has hit his ceiling. Mac Jones has hit his ceiling, and he's not going to be any better. He's not going to be any better. We can't win with him. We can't. We're never going to be a playoff team with him at the helm. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care. We could get him the best wide receiving talent on the planet, and I still don't think he'd be any better than what he is. That was putrid last night. That was putrid. What a what a terrible showing that yesterday. Terrible, terrible showing. No, they don't. I still don't know what the identity of the offense is. Mac Jones has been here for almost 2.5 years or 2.5 seasons, right? And I still don't know what the identity of the offense is. Like, what does Mac Jones do well? Seriously, I'll sit here and wait. Somebody tell me what Mac Jones does well. What does he do well? Right? What are one of his strengths? Please, I will sit here and wait. He's not accurate with the football. He's constantly throwing balls in the dirt or over guys' head or behind. The accuracy's not there. The pocket awareness isn't there. He can't feel pressure and slide and move in the pocket. Right? So accuracy, pocket awareness, field vision, don't make me fucking laugh. Field vision? What does he do well? Leadership qualities? There are none. Please. I'll wait. I will sit here and wait. Somebody tell me what Mac Jones does well. Someone. Please. Anybody out there. The boohoo Mac Jones crew, please come in here and tell me what Mac does well. What does he do well? I have no answer for that. I have no answer for that. Like, this is going, if they are going to continue to roll Mac Jones out every week, if they're going to continue to roll Mac out every week, and we're going to continue to see a product like this is going to be a long year, Patriot fans. This is going to be a long year. I don't know what else to say. I truly don't know what else to say. We're almost at the hour mark, and that's all that I got for you. I just wanted to come on here and vent out a little bit, vent some of this frustration out, because what a putrid showing from this team last night. They better get it together, because guess what? The Saints are an even worse team. The Saints are probably one of the worst teams that they'll play this year. The Saints are worse than the Commanders. The Saints are worse than the Colts. The Saints are probably the worst team they'll play this year. If they lose against the Saints next week, we got us a problem. It's going to be DEFCON 2. It's time to smash that panic button if this team loses to the Saints. If we lose to the Saints next week, it is absolutely time to smash that little glass box and push the panic button. What a terrible game. All around, too. Two of our best defensive players hurt. Mac Jones looks like garbage again. Only 53 yards on the ground. Mac Jones throws 2 interceptions, one for a pick six. What a putrid game all around. All around. This team looked like a fool in a primetime spot, a 425 game. What was supposed to be what everybody was looking forward to as being one of the better games of the week. In a primetime 425 spot, and they shit the bed. This team gets absolutely steamrolled. This could be a long year, Patriot fans. This could be a long year. This could be a long year. I wanted to just come on here, guys, and vent a little bit. I appreciate y'all listening. Let me know how you guys feel about this game in the comments, and we will be back at it again for the next Patriot game. I might be going to the Saints game. Might. I don't know for sure, but if I am, we will go live from inside the stadium like we always do. We'll chat pregame, and we'll take some live footage of the Patriots tailgate. But that's all I got for you guys. Once again, in the comments section below, let me know how you guys feel about this putrid game. But I'll talk to you again on the next one. Have a good day, y'all. And I'm out of here. Everybody have a good one. See y'all on the next one.